Welcome to Always Angry Yelling. We are a show where we're always angry yelling. The host, rapper, and my co-host.
I didn't know we turned this into a fucking musical.
And my co-host. Come on,
I'm not going with this.
Come on, we gotta sell out, man. We need the money.
Yeah, we're Disney now. Can we get that Disney Marvel money? Yeah. I am your co-host, Quasi, and Robert's, for whatever reason, making this a musical now.
I am currently in the midlife crisis. Let's go!
Midlife crisis. I'm older than you.
It's fine. Anyone can have a midlife crisis.
Yeah, even when they're like 8 years old.
Some toddlers have midlife crisis when they're like 1 because they're not vaccinated.
Oh, no, yeah, and then they die really soon. That's true, yeah. You're right. That's right. Today our topic is going to be about our past job experiences, and we're going to try our best to not call things out specifically.
Yep, no names, no specific people, no specific businesses. We just want to say the general idea of capitalism is evil and we should eat the rich.
No. See, that's your perspective. My perspective is capitalism's biggest downside is itself. That's it. Like, it's good, but then it eats itself whole because people are dumb.
And we should bring out the guillotine and chop some billionaires' heads off and spread the wealth.
I don't think that's going to help.
Listen,
it's going to cause more problems, sir.
Listen, billionaires are donating to Notre Dame, but Flint, Michigan still have dirty water?
Oh my God.
But let's start talking about old workplaces. And
begin, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my past and first job of working in the movie theater business. So this is, like I said, this was my first job. And I thought, I think it would be a good experience for first job. It basically has everything: customer service, food. But it was a horrible decision because that was the worst job I've had so far, which was my first job, and that's not a good start. So, movie theater business, being like, I was a concessionist. It's a very fast-paced job because, big movies come out, you serve thousands of people a day, hundreds of people per hour. And it gets really fucking hectic. Got people sitting there screaming at you. It's like, why isn't my food ready? Why isn't the popcorn ready? Or whatever. Movie theater customers are the worst I've experienced. Worst customers I've experienced. Because how movie theaters perceive their customers as, we need to do everything in our power to make them happy.
So isn't that any business, though? If you really think about it?
Oh, movie theaters took it to a whole new level. They'll deadass give them free money so they come back and spend their money.
Yeah, that sounds like any business, though, that wants people to come back and spend money.
I swear I haven't experienced it as bad. Like, these people will come in. This happened multiple times. These people will come in, get food, drinks, go watch the movie, watch the entire movie, eat all their food, drink all their drink. They come out. All they have to say to the manager is, we had a bad experience. They get a full refund and coupons for the next time they come.
That's so fucked.
The managers will bend over backwards to make a customer happy.
You're telling me I could buy a bag of chips, eat the whole bag in front of them and say this was fucking off?
Yes, they'll give you a full refund, I bet you.
That's terrible.
You just have to scream enough at a manager, you'll get whatever you want at a movie theater.
Wow. That's...
Oh, man. People just steal. I wouldn't even care. I always watch people steal. It wasn't that worth it, because the managers would take their side anyways.
Oh, this person just stole? It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. Oh, okay.
Oh, the customers are so fucking dumb at movie theaters. So there's one lady that was a regular there. She would come in and printed out the same coupon like hundreds of times. I had a stack of them. It was the same exact coupon. And she would go in the theater and hand them out to everybody.
Oh, nice.
And like, that's not how coupons work. They're one use.
But if you copy it, it's like money.
No,
if you copy money,
it's usable once, and after that, it's fucking invalid. I was working the register too one of the times. I had to tell so many customers that, listen, this coupon does not work. It was already been used. It's like, what? But this lady handed it to me. I was like, I just to get them to shut up, I fucking just voided their fucking food. I was like, it's free, go. Just so they'll shut up.
But this lady gave me a...
Oh, this is a fake 20? Yeah, but this lady just gave it to me and said, it's fine. Here's a $20 my bill. Like, what?
This lady act like she was like cheating the system and being such a hero.
Nope.
I fucking told my GM on her, and the GM told her, was like, you can't do this, get the fuck out.
Nice.
Because they were losing money at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, my popcorn wasn't as buttery as I wanted it. Can I get a whole new one? But you ate all of it. Yeah, but it wasn't as buttery as I wanted it.
I'd like a free refill of my popcorn. What if they were just honest? Like, what if someone came up to you and was just like, look, I'm not trying to pay for another refill. Can I just get more popcorn? Would you give it them?
At first, no, but if they told the manager, I would.
He won't give me the free popcorn, Robert. That's fucking dumb.
I hate it. So you know how pre-closing's a thing, and we would like pre-close shit, and so we had the kettle popcorn machine, which is kettle popcorn is, right?
Yeah.
So it's a pain in the ass to fucking clean it because sugar everywhere.
Yeah.
So we cleaned it early because it's not very popular, and we had some sitting in like the fucking big ass popcorn basket to serve still, and we only had like 10 minutes left until we're open, so it's like, it's fine. So we cleaned the machine that cooked the popcorn, and the fucking lady came in. I was like, I want fresh kettle popcorn. Make me fresh kettle popcorn.
What the fuck?
And we had to do it. It's like, man, we got kettle popcorn here. It's like, no, I want fresh popcorn. And we have to do it for her.
People are such assholes.
Yeah, they really are.
God, like, this person's trying to go home. You really think your life and your experience with this fucking movie matters more than this person going home after working hard? Like, come on, man.
Yep. I had to re-clean the whole machine too.
Dumb.
I was so upset because I was the one who cleaned it. I went in the back. I came out and I saw the music. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
It's like, oh, this lady wanted fresh popcorn. It's like, motherfucker.
Yeah, what a dickhead.
It would suck. I understand if people don't want salted popcorn, but it's such a pain in the fucking ass.
Right.
Because we default make it with salt because it holds up the fucking line and it wastes a lot of popcorn because we have to make a whole batch because we can't change the recipe just because there's no salt in it. So you throw away a garbage bag full of popcorn and hold up line of hundreds of people just for one person to have not salt popcorn.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
People don't realize, like, I get that you want shit in a certain way, but then you don't realize how much you're inconveniencing the entire world by doing what you're doing. Like, stop. It's not that serious. Get some salt in your life. Oh, but I have dietary restrictions. I don't care. Just don't eat it, motherfucker.
Don't get fucking popcorn. So,
I'm allergic to such and such. Why are you here? It's everywhere. Stop.
So, we have like butter machines like sitting out so people can butter the popcorn.
Is it like the nasty fake liquid butter stuff?
Yes, it's that butter. So we had like multiple machines like near like right before you go to
into
like
the
hallway. Like the hallway to get to the theaters.
Okay,
like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was right before it. There's a little station for like condiments and butter. We also had a butter machine like right behind us where we served the popcorn.
So you could butter it, or you could just give them unbuttered popcorn and let them do it themselves.
Yes, and a couple times I was like, just to fucking move the line along, so I didn't have to take the popcorn, turn around, butter it all around, give it back. I was like, can you put butter? I was like, actually, ma'am, there's a butter machine right down there. And then she just walked away.
I want you to butter my popcorn. It's your job.
She walked away and told the manager, it's like, you have to butter the popcorn for them.
Stupid.
Yeah. Like, the only times I understand is if they want butter in the middle, the bag.
Mm-hmm.
or box because I like it that way too. But you don't need to be a dickhead about it. Everyone wanted butter in the middle of their popcorn. It sucked, especially when we were busy.
Wait, in the middle? I don't get. Wait, what?
So you fill like the bag or the bucket halfway.
Oh.
And then pour
Then
the
spray
butter
some,
liquid.
then put the rest on.
Yeah, and pour the
Okay.
butter liquid in the middle. Fill it all the way up, then put butter on top of it.
Yeah, because they want all of it to be buttery.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said,
Yeah.
one dude that was a regular there specifically says, I want 7 layers of butter. I want 7 layers.
You fucking sociopath?
Yeah. That man wants to get a heart attack early.
Fucking only crazy people want shit like that. The fuck
Pete-
kind of burrito popcorn was he getting? Can I get a 7-layered popcorn? Like, get the fuck out of here.
This ain't Taco Bell.
The fuck?
I like when fucking customers look at either don't look at the fucking menu right above my fucking head that says the prices, or they just ask, or they just fucking get mad at the prices. But I would tell them the price for shit, and they'll get mad at me like it's my fault. It's like, I just work here, sir. I don't make the prices. Why is your popcorn $9? I'm a minimum wage employee, sir. I don't make the rules.
The 2 things that you're gonna buy are gonna be more than I make in an hour, so please don't blame me for this.
Honestly, I made $8.85. It was $9 popcorn.
Oh man, that's amazing. And popcorn $9. See, theaters are crazy just because of how much profit they can make.
So let me tell you something. At movie theaters, the container in which the food goes in is worth more than the food itself.
That makes sense, because popcorn is cheap. Dirt fucking cheap.
No, it's not just popcorn. It's the hot dogs, the pretzels.
Yeah, all that shit is cheap. All that shit's super cheap.
You're paying fucking $4 to $7 for our box, not the food.
Better save that fucking box.
No, we had to save the boxes.
Oh wait, it was reusable?
No, I mean, not in a reusable sense. We had to save them and count them to see our fucking losses.
Oh.
Like, money-wise.
Oh.
They don't care about the food, is waste. You had to count inventory, and you had to count
of
how
what
much
you had left?
We had to count inventory of how much we had left, and we had to count inventory of how much we lost, so we can calculate how much money we lost that day.
So I'm assuming you weren't swimming in the fucking trash cans.
No.
Okay. It was just, you would have the number of what you started with on the day, and then you would count what you had at the end, and then do like subtraction.
That, and we like counted whatever like boxes were like dropped on the floor or destroyed or whatever.
That makes sense.
And they're like,
for some reason I was picturing you swimming in some fucking trash can,
no.
Oh, we got a box here. Oh, we got another box.
Fucking yeah! Don't get movie theater food. It's full of chemicals.
I mean,
it's bad.
So is everything with a lot of preservatives and shit.
Yeah, it's literally just preservatives. Because it's just all frozen.
That's what I'm made out of.
All frozen ass food that's just in a fucking those shitty Subway fucking industrial heaters.
Oh. I'm just picturing it now.
We put pretzels.
Ew.
Put pretzels and pizza in that fucking thing.
Oh no. Oh,
the only thing that didn't go in there was the hot dogs and popcorn. You should the hot dog machine.
Who spends more than like, oh my god. If you're spending like $4 on a single hot dog, you need to reevaluate your life.
Yeah. $4 for a fucking box of candy that you can get at Walmart for $1.
Or less.
Yep, they get all their money from the food.
Concessions, yeah. Yeah, because if you think about it, they're not making premium on the movies coming out.
Yep.
Because they're paying basically to have that movie in the theater. And a way to get their money back. I'm probably completely wrong about this, but I feel like this is what it is. Because I don't know. Actually, I don't know how movie theaters work.
They make little to no profit on the tickets sold, and most, if not all, their money from the
that
concession.
would imply that they are like renting the movie out, right?
I believe that
That's how it works.
the
I could be
chain
wrong.
of
I'm
I believe
completely wrong, but whatever.
I believe the chain of theater pays the fucking movie studio to
Right.
have their movie in the theaters.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then they make money back from either the ticket sales, which isn't going to be much, or the concession stand, which is going to be most of it.
Yes, most of their profit is from concession.
That's why they fight people from coming in with food. Like, no bitch. And they punch you in the face and they're like, get the fuck out of here. Throw that shit away right now. Now buy our hot dog. Oh, you came in with some wings? Slaps it out of your hand. We got some fresh ones here.
So the customers are the worst part of the job, but the managers are also pretty fucking bad. Lots of managers.
All places.
Yes, as of all. But I think the worst managers were the movie theater managers too.
Makes sense to me.
Because they don't care about fucking employees. They're expendable garbage. Like, you're a minimum wage.
They don't care about fucking employees. They just bend them over and just...
You're a minimum wage dickhead. We can get more of you. That's literally their mentality.
Yeah.
Because everyone here is looking for a job. Fuck you. We can get another one of them.
Yeah, the mentality, especially in food service, is let's take someone, run them to the fucking ground till they're unable to work anymore, and then replace them with someone new.
So our first GM there was a very old man that worked there for like decades. And he eventually retired, which was good, and he got another one. But this GM was very old-fashioned and very racist.
Oh, nice.
So my buddy was working...
darker-skinned individual?
He was a darker-skinned individual, but he treated him differently. But
of course,
like a good differently, not like the other ones.
Oh, you're one of the good ones?
Yes, exactly. But
yuck.
So my friend was working as an usher that like ripped the tickets and like told where the people would watch their movie, like which theater.
Yeah.
So like rated R movies, you have to check their ID if they're 21. So the GM happens to be standing next to my friend who's checking the tickets and IDs for a rated R movie that was out. A white family came and my friend was about to check their IDs and the GM was like, nah, they can pass. Then a black family came and my friend checked all their IDs and they went on and the GM was like, good job.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a level of absurdity that I do not wish to accept in my brain right now, but I'm having to accept this right now. What? Yeah. That doesn't even make sense.
What do you mean that doesn't make sense? I mean,
no, it makes sense, but I just don't get the mentality of, I'm so racist, I'll let a white family pass without checking their IDs, but not a black family.
Yes.
Like, how is your mentality, like, what the fuck? How's your mentality like that? How do you get like that? How does your brain operate like that? I just hate people in general. I'm not gonna specify why I hate a person. You're a dick. I just get the fuck out of here. Like, you're a dick because you're a certain color, or race, or ethnicity, or age. Like, fuck that. You're just dumb because you're dumb. Because people are dumb. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna praise you for being a minority, profiling minorities. You're one of the good ones. That's some of the most degrading shit to hear. You're one of the good ones. God.
It's like Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django Unchained.
Yeah. Fucking house slave ass.
Yeah. So there was a manager that was absolutely useless. So all managers have walkie-talkies. She would roam around the theater with her walkie-talkie off and like take the earpiece out and didn't respond to any calls, even though she's like one of the two managers working that day.
Okay.
So we basically were down a manager and the other manager had to sit in the office and do fucking like paperwork, whatever. So we couldn't get any help for like refunds, employee discounts, etc. Like to help a customer that had a complaint or something. And the worst part is that you have like employees, you have to clock out, then get your food, and then go on break.
Oh.
So you had to go down a long ass hallway, clock out, go back down the long ass hallway, get your food. That takes like 2 or 3 minutes, and then take your break, which wastes like a good
Like
third of
5
your half.
minutes?
No, it's like 10 minutes.
Oh.
Because you have to wait for the manager to come and give you your employee discount, which is 50% off the food. So yay, I'm spending $3 instead of $6 on food on the day with that manager who would just not respond. Guess no one was getting an employee meal,
Or they're paying full price.
or they're just not eating, or they sit there and wait and waste all their break because they already clocked out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
Yeah. So it was super busy. I didn't want to wait. I just got my fucking food and went. I didn't even pay for it. So one of the I came back from fucking break, and one of the managers was like, "Did you pay for that food?" I was like, "No." It's like, "Well, you gotta pay full price now, and you're getting a write up." I was like,
So they forced you to pay full price, and they wrote you up because you just took your food and went to eat it.
"Yes," because it was super fucking busy, and I didn't want to wait for a manager because I already clocked out.
Do they realize how unreasonable that is?
Yeah, they don't care. They really don't care. And then from that day onward, I stole a lot of food and never got caught. Well, I was so bad with it too. I wanted to get caught, but I didn't. I would sit there, cook fucking chicken tenders, put them in a drawer, and then repeatedly just go in front of the drawer and take some chicken out and eat it. It got so bad where I ended up having mouthfuls of chicken while serving customers.
And they didn't care.
No, they didn't care.
Wow.
And other people started doing it. They started stealing my chicken drawer and using it for their own food.
Wait a minute. He's getting away with it.
I want chickies too. Give me my chicky tendies.
Yeah, exactly.
I want the tendies.
I stole so much food. I fucking took a bag of cookie dough, went to the bathroom, ate it. Then I fucking took a bratwurst and ate it in the back. And then I just fucking would occasionally just fucking eat popcorn right there. Because I just stopped fucking caring. So, no, the old GM retired.
Okay.
And we got a new GM. It was a younger woman, was like in her late 20s, early 30s. And she was good for the most part. She actually like helped the employees and like busted her ass there. But she was like still weirdly strict with the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So she started doing mandatory meetings at midnight. And all the employees had to be there. There was no exceptions.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
It was. So one employee had a daughter, and he couldn't find a babysitter, so he couldn't come because it was fucking midnight. How you gonna find a babysitter? And there was, I mean, I guess the meetings were like a week in advance or something, but still. So he couldn't find a babysitter, so he couldn't come. The GM fired him on the spot. Like, he did not come in the next day after the meeting.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What?
So let me tell you. Yeah?
So you know this person has a fucking child. I can't make the meeting. And instead of, letting it slide, you fire them.
Or like inform him on what he missed in an email or something.
Write them up. Just write them up.
Yeah.
Why is it an immediate termination? It's a fucking meeting. Who cares? That's so fucking stupid.
Let me tell you why I got fired.
Yeah.
So, as you know, I am a mentally ill person, and at the time I worked at the movie theater, I ended up going into a mental hospital.
Okay.
I missed 2 days. You can only miss 3 days of work without, like, no call, no show, or you're fired. So I missed 2 days because I was in a mental hospital. My parents called my job and told them I wasn't going to be there. So I came out of the mental hospital, went back to work, and they're like, "You're getting a write-up. You're getting 2 write-ups for the 2 days you missed." I was like, my parents called and said I wasn't coming in because I was in the hospital. And they're like, "Your parents can't call for you." I was like, how the fuck am I going to call you in a mental hospital? I can't even call my own family.
Wow.
And then the third day I fucking missed work, I had a closing shift and then the opening shift the very next day. Closing shift I usually stayed until fucking like 1 a.m. Opening shifts, I had to get there at 8 a.m. And I'm an insomniac bitch. So I slept through my fucking alarm, and they ended up calling me. And they're like, "Hey, you coming in?" And I looked at times, like it was like 10 a.m. I was like, "Oh shit, I guess not." And I went back to sleep. And then they ended up then they took me off the schedule and fired me.
I mean, yeah, you technically no call, no showed.
Yeah, even though 2 days,
it was
no choice.
Reasonable. I mean, yeah, and it's unreasonable to have people on a closing then opening, especially at that short of time. But yeah, I mean, it's even happening now at my current job because people are dumb.
Yeah,
it ain't happening to me.
But I'm just pissed they couldn't excuse the fact I was in the hospital for my absences.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Stupidly strict with the rules. It's like they want people to get fired just to hire new people.
That's what it sounds like.
I got fired right before I got a raise, too. That's probably something to do with it.
Yeah.
It was literally the month I was getting the raise.
Let's save money. How?
Yeah.
Let's fire this guy that's going to get a raise. Cool.
Yep. Fucking cocksuckers, they are. Movie theater industry is shit.
And the end.
Huh?
I was like, the end.
The end. I was trying to think if I had any other fucking bullshit. Oh yeah, during one of the mandatory fucking midnight meetings, these fucking people are waiting by the back door, waiting for people to leave so they can go in, like sneak into the theater. And so a bunch of employees dressed in casual wear instead of like uniforms were going through the back door. And these random ass people try to follow us in. It's like, no, you ain't coming in. It's like, but you guys are coming in. It's like, we're employees. It's like, no, show me your ID. I was like, what? And they're like, they were so butthurt that we were coming in and they weren't. It was like, y'all fucking fiends, fucking scavengers, standing behind fucking movie theater at midnight. Just
like what?
Yeah, fucking weirdos. Just don't be fucking rude to employees. They don't have any, unless they're rude to you first.
Yeah.
And
even if you have like a messed up order or something, someone's probably not intentionally doing it. 9 times out of 10 is just a minor oversight, and it's not a big deal to piss all over the popcorn, if you will.
Yes. If you make a mess, let people know and apologize. Don't be a dick about it. Don't just leave it there. That makes it even worse if you leave it there and don't tell anyone.
Yep.
But go ahead and say your fucking spiel.
All right. So, at one point in my illustrious career, I worked at a coffee place. And let me tell you, being someone who hates the taste of coffee and hates everything to do with coffee, it was fucking awful. But it was manageable. But goddamn, there was some dumb shit about it. Not only did we serve coffee, then we had like pastries and we had like breakfast items as well. But anyways, I don't even know where to start with this place. Okay, let's start with me first getting to work there. For like salaried workers, because it was a salary position I had, it was me, this other, and like 2 other ladies, I remember. So one of them, she was like the head of the place. So she was running things. And her only job really was to teach me how to do stuff and to prep stuff in the morning and in the afternoon and make sure everything's like settled and good to go. She didn't do any of that. And when she did prep stuff, she took like 1,000 years to do it and would just disappear. And I was not taught by her anything that I needed to know. I figured out everything pretty much on my own, or had someone tell me something once and then I had to figure it out on my own. It was a lot of self-teaching stuff. Their register was confusing because they had shit everywhere. There wasn't like a drop-down menu or anything of, oh, you ordered the large coffee. Click coffee, hit large, and whatever. Like, none of that. There was shit everywhere, and you had to fucking punch buttons and go through different pages and all this stupid shit just so you could figure out what the fuck someone was getting. the bad part about that was eventually, like 2 weeks to a month in, I fucking memorized where shit was so I can just mindlessly go boop, 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 and get shit done. The bad thing about that place was they had LTOs. They had limited time offers that just came up, and it would change the fucking register because they would add and or subtract shit. So what you got used to immediately changes because something would be shifted up or on a different page or on this little thing. Like, we started adding soy and almond milk, and that fucked everything up. Because we just had skim and whole milk. That was it. Then they added soy and almond, and that fucked it up. Then they add different kinds of tea, because people are like, I want to go to a coffee place and not drink coffee. I want some fucking tea. Like hot tea. And that fucked shit up. And they're like, but I want iced tea too. And that fucked shit up. It's like, it turned to like a coffee place to just a general, here's some drinks. Here you go. Go fuck yourself. So anyways, back to the the head manager of the place. There were times where we had downtime and we had like weeks off and we could spend that week cleaning. Of course, it's not going to take a week of cleaning, maybe a day or two, because the way that shop was, it was very small. So there wasn't a lot of space and there wasn't much stuff that you had to do to clean. I just started working, so we just got a break like in my second month in, I think. And instead of her actually staying and cleaning stuff, everybody came on Monday and cleaned, and everyone that came to clean were like, oh, I'm not coming in for the rest of the week. Oh, I'm only coming in tomorrow for a couple of hours. Oh, I'm not doing it too. So here I am, the only person who would have come for most of that week. Is just like, I'm not about to be here by myself, not knowing what to do, because no one's going to be here to tell me what to do and what to clean. I'm not going to come either, because I'm getting paid for it regardless. I'm salary, whatever. So we clean for one day. Nobody comes for the rest of the week. The head manager comes in, notices that there's, it's just shitty. There's coffee grounds and coffee beans in places it shouldn't be. Shit's not cleaned 100% or whatever. I don't get blamed because I'm new. Everyone else gets blamed, but the person that got blamed the most was, of course, the girl that was running things. He basically shit on her, and you know what her response was? I'm quitting. So she quit because she didn't do her job. She left and didn't give a shit about it because she got yelled at because she didn't do her job. She just fucking left. So here you are with the person who did a bunch of prep gone, me, new, and this other lady who could not do much because she physically could not do much. And did not learn as much shit as I did. And she was mad about it at one point. She wasn't mad at me. She was just mad at the fact that she didn't learn as much shit as I did. And I was just like, look, I learned all this shit because I needed to. Because if nobody else learned it, then we would have been fucked. And I needed to know this shit for the night, because I worked nights and they worked in the morning. But she just basically did register. And she was a big lady, and saying she was a big lady is a fucking understatement, because I'm a big guy. She was two to maybe 3 times bigger than me, and I'm a big guy. So just imagine that. This massive, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, you're not reacting, and then the lapsed reaction there. Yeah,
that's unhealthy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. So we have this woman who's 2 to 3 times bigger than me. She was taller than me too. So just think, just this mass who can't really bend around, do things, bend down to pick this up, go over here to do a lot of stuff. But she was still mad that she didn't get the opportunity to learn how to do certain things. And at the same time, it's like, you're like a health risk.
Yeah.
It's bad if we have you doing anything else. So then you just had me basically trying to do stuff and other managers having to pick up the slack of prep because nobody else could do it because either nobody else learned or they didn't know, they couldn't prep in time. They didn't have the speed. So here I am learning how to do stuff, having other people prep, having all this stuff happen. And it's just like, what is going on? Cleaning days was just me because nobody wanted to clean. And at one point I was like, fuck it. Nobody told me what to clean or how to clean it. I went to one of my managers and I was like, hey, what do you want me to clean it? How do you want me to clean it? He looked at me. He was just like, it's your shop, man. You got to figure it out. I was like, dude, I just started working here. I'm just going to like put bleach on everything then, like, and just fuck it all up. But I was like, no. I know what to not to submerge in water, what to submerge in water. Of course, I'm not a complete idiot. So I figured it out. It was actually one day, it was near the end of my time working there, that I cleaned the place like crazy. Cause it was just like, it wasn't even like me cleaning it crazy. I just cleaned the place normally, right? But I guess for them, it was like the first time it ever got clean. Cause there was one employee that I worked with and I loved her to death. There was this one employee in a different place that came in and saw the place and was like, wow, this is the cleanest this place has been in years. And I looked at her and I just didn't respond. Like, I didn't respond not because I felt insulted or anything. No, I was like, cool, I did a good job. But you're telling me that it has been years since someone actually fucking cleaned that place? Years?
Oh, man.
They've had people working there, and it'd been years since that place got clean. And I guess that kind of like tripped the switch in me of like cleaning certain shit in certain areas. Like for me, if you came into my room's a fucking mess. I don't care. This is my filth. I'll clean it eventually. But when it's like a public area or like where you're working or where you're living or where you know other people are going to be around, keep that shit clean. It shouldn't be months, weeks, years. Like, no, that should not be a thing. So she said that and I just stared at her like, are you fucking kidding me? She was like, good job. And I was like, thanks afterwards. And I'm just like, people are fucking nasty. But it's like, yeah, clean the whole fucking place by myself for most of the time since nobody else wanted to or everyone had a fucking excuse. There was one time the really big girl helped me. And by helping, I mean, what did she do? It was like, she like pushed a mop around once. That's about it. Like, she kind of sat there and talked to me for most of the time as I was bending down and picking shit up and like scrubbing the floor and cleaning this oven out. And
she likes watching you bending down.
I don't think she cared about that. She was just mostly unable to do any of that, or else she would have been stuck on the fucking ground. There was one time I had to help her up, so yeah, she would have been stuck on the fucking ground.
That's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, but it was what it was. But speaking of ovens, there was an oven there that was like caked in just filth of being used. And you're supposed to clean it. Basically, what you do is there's two. It's going to be busier in the morning because, you know, breakfast items and sandwiches and stuff. Because they had like hot and cold sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, just regular like turkey sandwiches and stuff like that. And you could use the ovens for it. At night, there's no use for it because nobody really wants a lot of breakfast items at night. So you would just turn one off and immediately clean it. And the faster you clean it, the easier to get all that grime off. Apparently it'd been like, I would assume years they didn't clean it because it took me like hours to actually get the filth off one day. Because I said, I'm cleaning the fuck out of this oven and I just scrubbed the shit out of it, got it all off. And my manager came in. I was like, look at this. I was like, this is the one that's still on. Fucking filthy. I was like, this is the one I turned off and cleaned. It was fucking pristine. He took a picture and sent it to the manager who had quit and was like, this is what you should have done when you worked here.
Oof.
Like, he was that level of petty. And yeah, he was that level of petty.
That's
like,
a mood.
He was a fucking pain to work with. Like, he always wanted a fish reaction out of someone, so he was an asshole, just a fish reactions. And I never gave him the satisfaction. I wouldn't talk to him about anything. I would just stare at him and I'm like, look, I'm here not to make friends. I'm here to work. and it kind of rubbed him the wrong way because he wanted to be buddy and a dickhead to me and with me, and I was just not giving him any of it. I literally watched him one day cuss out a student, and like she was definitely still a student at the time. I think she was like graduating or something, and she'd been busting her ass because there wasn't any people working, and she was taking the time out of her schedule to not be studying to come in to work, and she was like a student manager at the time, and he just like fucking berates her in front of me, and she's surprised because she didn't know where it was coming from. I'm surprised because I didn't know where it was coming from, and she nearly broke down in tears because of it, and I was pissed. I was like, why are you cussing her out? I'm like, she's helping me, and she's doing the best she can do, and I'm doing the best I can do, and you're gonna cuss her out in front of me? There was one point where we needed like, cause coffee, there's a bunch of different flavoring stuff you could have in it. I think we had like some salted caramel flavoring or something, one of the more popular ones. It was apparently, there was some, but someone had to go get it. No one told me. He apparently said it to like 2 or 3 people, and his thing was, keep selling it, we're about to get it, just keep doing it. Someone had asked, I didn't hear that though, but someone had asked, they're like, hey, can I get this? And I turned to him and I was like, hey, do we have this? Can I keep doing this? And then he just like looks at me, he was just like, if people would actually use the goddamn ears, they would know that we have this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And you know me, I'm not about to take that shit. I'm not about to take that shit from anyone. So I just stared at him. I was like, okay. And I stopped talking to him. Like I didn't say a word to him for the rest of the day. So then he like looked at me and was trying to talk to me earlier, and I just stared at him. I said, I'm only here to do my job. I'm not here to talk to you about anything. Like, you disrespected me. I didn't know that there wasn't any or that we had any. All I knew when I came in, cause I had like just come in to work, and usually all that shit's supposed to be done before I come in. But 9 times out of 10, I had to go and find shit and figure out if we had more shit because nobody else took the time to fucking do it. And especially since at the time we just lost our main person that was supposed to be doing it. So it was me fucking running around like an idiot trying to figure out what we had and didn't have. Because instead of people saying, we ran out up here, we might have some in storage, they would say, we don't have any at all. So I would think we don't have any in storage. It's no, we have some in storage. No one went down to look. So it's like, we have shit in stock. No one's looking at the stock. No one's doing the stock. I'm doing the stock. I don't have time. I have to go on the register because some people are going home, and instead of staying to help, they're going home. And you're going to fucking berate me because I didn't hear something you said? Like, go fuck yourself. There were times where he'd be like, oh, I have a baby daughter that I can't go home to. It's really late and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't care. Because there was one day I said, I'm probably not coming in. I'm kind of sick. And there was one day I was just like, I had to go take an exam or something. And I'm like, yeah, I can't go in. I got to do some business related stuff. And he was just like, hey, if you have time afterwards in the morning. Because basically what it was is if I went and took those exams because it was related to work, they were like, that counts as you working that day. That counts as 8 hours, basically. And I can either take that as a work day or actually come in to work and get vacation. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck. I worked. I'm not coming in. I was like, I might not be coming in. Then he was just like giving me this sob story about, oh, I have a kid. I don't get to see my kid a lot. I'm always here from like 6 a.m. till 12 at night. Blah, blah, blah. My baby girl's crying. I looked at him. I said, okay, and now that you said all of that and tried to sob story me, I'm not coming in. You're gonna have to come in and work for me. And he just looks at me. I'm like, I have the right. You told me I could do this. They told me I could do this. And I was gonna be kind and still come in to work. But because you said all of that, I'm not coming in. I was like, the sob story stuff doesn't work on me. It makes me madder and makes me not want to come into work. And he just stares at me. I'm like, you screwed yourself. You're stupid. Thank you for trying to do that to me. I was going to talk about like customers and stuff. I mean, I could briefly talk about them. So not every coffee place is the same. So
Mhm.
people come and start asking for stuff we don't typically do, and I have to end up doing dumb shit and ringing them up for shit that doesn't make sense. So you know what an Americana is?
No.
It's basically espresso and water. We
Oh.
don't do that at that coffee place. That doesn't exist. So I had to like improvise and like, some people are just, I want an iced Americana. So I'm just like, okay, let's just put some ice in a cup, throw some espresso on it, and just go to the sink and shove water in this. Here you go. And then people would be like, yes, thank you. This is exactly what I wanted. Delicious. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, you disgusting freaks. Like, what are you doing? Like, get out of here. And there's just things like, a mocha is actual drink name, apparently. So people would always come and ask for just a mocha. Except for this place that I worked, mocha was just chocolate flavoring. It was just that. So when people would ask that, I'd be like, a mocha what? And then people were just like, a mocha? And I'm like, yes, we have mocha flavoring. What did you want to put the mocha in? Coffee? Hot chocolate? Your tea? Your iced tea? Like, what do you want this shit in? Of course I knew they wanted a mocha latte, because usually mochas are made in like the latte style. But it's still like, motherfucker, don't come here and say you want a fucking venti dick suck and me going, motherfucker, this isn't Starbucks. We don't have a venti anything. You want a small, medium, or large, bitch?
Don't fucking, as a customer, don't fucking assume the menu. Fucking read it.
Yeah, exactly. The menu's right behind me. I would always turn around and point, and people were just like, what the fuck is the difference between a macchiato and a latte? And I'm like, the amount of espresso we put in that shit, that is literally the difference. You want more espresso? You want more milk? That's it.
This coffee place is like another. This is a coffee place, so it's like Starbucks.
Oh my god. Fucking trash. And since we sold like pastries as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would have, of course, limited time pastries. Some of them were straight fucking garbage. But we had to upsell them. Anytime it came to me and they had them, and people would be like, hey, how does this taste? I would look at them and be like, it's fucking awful. You do not want this. Like, I'd have regulars come up, because I got used to working there, and I know my regulars. They'd be like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hey. They're like, hey, I see you got that new pastry. And I'm like, yeah, we do. They're like, so how is it? And I'm like, it's fucking awful. You are wasting your money if you get it. I had friends come and get it, and I would give it to them for free. I would be like, take this. It's bad. No one buys it, and it's awful. And I want you to taste how awful it is. And they'd eat it and then looked at me like I fucking poisoned them. I'm like, I told you, it's fucking bad. This is a terrible pastry. Fucking get a regular ass glazed donut or something. That is better. Come get that. But it was so much dumb shit we had to do. I was doing like all this bullshit. And the thing is, I would do so much and clean so much. And one of my managers was like, you're kind of slow at doing it, but at least you're doing it. No one else did that shit. So I don't know why they ever said that. Because no one else cleaned the amount of shit I'd cleaned at all, ever. But I was slow, apparently.
Managers just want more.
Yeah, they wanted to, like, use me more or whatever. But it's like, I would stay later than, like, anyone else. And they'd be like, why do you stay so late? I'm like, because I'm doing my fucking job. It's just me. I was like, every day I worked, especially when I first started, I was like, do you know the amount of machinery and parts and all this shit that I have to clean and put back together for people in the morning? It's a lot of shit for one person to have to do. The only one good part is I had people who shouldn't have stayed, who clocked out, who left, who came back, saw that I was cleaning all this shit because we had a really busy night, and they came back to help me. And they said, the only reason we're helping you is because out of all the managers that we've worked with, you are the best one. Because you tried to actually help us and work hard, and everyone else is shit. Like, when I left, they were sad. And I was kind of sad that I left too, because I liked them a lot. But, I mean, I wanted more money, and I was getting more money in my other salary position, so I left. And the other reason why I left, this will be like, I have more things I could talk about, but I'm kind of done. But this is the main reason why I left. I didn't even leave to get the better job and get more money. I left because when I first started working, something that every employee said, they said, "Oh, you're here? You're stuck with us now." And I went to one of them and I said, "I bet you in 6 months I'll be out of here." And they were like, "Nah, you're going to be stuck here. You're going to realize that this pays a decent amount for what you do." And they were right. It paid a decent amount for what I did. And I was right. I left within 6 months.
Damn.
It was just like, yeah, you're right. Good pay, good benefits. But because everyone was basically betting that I would be there for a long time, I was like, I like y'all, but I'm not staying. Like, because you are challenging me, I'm not staying. And sure enough, I was gone. Like, boop, bye.
Damn.
All right.
I
could do more, but I'm done.
I just remember one story that's my favorite at the movie theater. It was very late at night, and it was basically like right before we closed. So I was working the register, and we had two concessionists working. So the how the theater is placed, it's like a assembly. It's like a lunch line. You get your food, get your drink, get whatever, then you go to the register to pay for it. So it's a long ass room, which is just a bunch of food all along the way, and then the register at the end. So I was on the register, and on the very end of the fucking room is the popcorn, which people usually go to first. So I'm just sitting there stuck at the register, and I see one man come in, and he's sitting there standing at the popcorn, waiting to be served. And our two fucking concessionists just disappeared. So I'm just sitting there looking at him. He's just looking around trying to find somebody. So I fucking get out my little register room, go all the way around to the back to go in behind the concession place. I see the manager sitting there counting inventory, and I hear fucking voices in the fucking dish room. I look in and see them just standing there talking as right in front of the dish sink with full of dishes, and I just fucking yell at them. It's like, do the fucking dishes. I leave, go down the fucking concession line, serve the man popcorn, walk back. Fucking while I was walking back, the manager was like, "Thank you, Robert." I'm sitting there pissed, fucking talking to myself because I was so angry, and I didn't respond to her, and she was like, "Thank you, Robert," and I was like, sitting there, like, "You're welcome." I was like, "Bitch, you should have done that yourself."
Right.
And then I fucking I helped that man pay for his fucking food because I was working register.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because even the coworkers were asked there. But yeah, next topic.
Our joint topic.
A joint topic. Our fucking a place where we both worked.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Any of them?
The most recent one.
Okay.
A shitty burger place that no one should really go to.
What's funny is that there's some people that know what we're talking about. So, but we'll still try to be very vague about stuff.
Yeah. Try not to name any of their shitty shticks.
Yep.
Yeah. We're mainly going to be talking about the employees there anyways.
Yep.
Because
I'm going to talk about some policy stuff, because there's some stuff that you don't know that has kind of changed, quote unquote. But,
okay, go ahead, educate me.
So, apparently some places have been doing stuff that they don't like when you're closing too early and all that stuff, right? No pre-closing, whatever.
Yes.
Apparently we're not supposed to scrub or mop floors before 10 anywhere. At least it's implied that it's anywhere, because they don't want to ruin the customer experience. Tell me, how is cleaning where the customers can't see you at the back, where no one knows what you're doing, how is that ruining the experience at all?
Yes, also...
You're in the back. No one sees you. Doors closed.
Also, it's such a shitty baby boomer fucking mentality. It's like, oh, you're cleaning around me. This is ruining
But that's
my
not even the thing. Nobody's back there but one person.
Exactly.
So
the fucking back. No
so
one's gonna
what's
see the back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Why does that even make sense? I'm back there. It doesn't matter. There's also a thing of you can't clean the dressing bar, the salad bar. You can't clean that ahead of time. Yeah. Why not? It's dirty. We're dead. Fucking clean it. I did it. What? Huh? Why is that a big issue?
Pre-cleaning makes the customers uncomfortable and makes them have a bad
Nobody's there. Literally no one is seeing this.
But what if someone came in and they saw you cleaning? It's like, well, I guess I'll have to leave because you're cleaning.
That's so dumb.
It is dumb. But I think that's legit some people's mentality.
Oh my god.
Mainly old people.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Definitely an old person mentality.
I'm just there to get my food. Shut up.
Yep.
Like, I don't care what the fuck employees are doing. As long as they give me my food, no problems. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can sit there and clean around me. I'll get up and fucking move if I have to.
Yeah.
I don't care. I ain't a fucking asshole. I'll be like, you have to work for me since I'm the customer. Do what I say. Bend over backwards for me because you want my money. Stupid ass.
Man. So, what employee you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the one manager that had kids and
the female.
The female, yes.
Oh my god.
I hope the male doesn't have kids. Oh god. that man shouldn't breed.
Oh, I hated working with her so much. I hated working with her so much. If you have personal problems, keep it to yourself, or try to keep it outside of work.
Yeah,
don't bring your personal issues. Just don't let it affect everyone else. There are times where she would be literally screaming about people like you, screaming because we were so slow and there were no customers around, screaming at the top of her lungs while I'm just trying to work about whatever was affecting her in life. And I didn't want to work in a workplace like that. Like that, it didn't really affect me or anything, but I just didn't want to be around it. Like, I didn't feel offended or upset or anything. It just was like, this is not where I want to work around. This is not being a detriment. It's just stop. I don't want to hear this when I'm working. It's just more annoying. I wasn't even uncomfortable. I was just annoyed. I was like, don't fucking do this. I'm just trying to work. I'm annoyed that you would do this just because you think we're friends or friendly or anything. Don't do this. Don't fucking do this. Also, don't come in crying about whatever bullshit you did on the weekend and just get paid to cry while everyone works because you're not doing your job as a manager.
I got drunk and kissed a girl, so I might be gay. I'm crying now.
I wasn't gonna get specific, but yeah.
That's not the thing to cry about.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
Would you cry to yourself multiple days because you got drunk and kissed a man?
Me? I would just question why that happened. I'd be so what happened here, and why did I end up swapping spit with a dude? At one point, have I gone too far? But I wouldn't come into work crying about it, no. I would just be in my own head questioning it forever. But, oh my god. Yeah, and you know how we get the whole bonus stuff for doing our job correctly. The days where she was not actually working, but she was crying or something, she got bonuses because of our hard work.
Yep.
And the best part about that was that when I was telling people she was getting paid to cry, and then they saw that, everyone got mad. And I was mad 3 weeks ahead of time. And I'm just like, you dumb fucks, how would you not realize this? How did you not realize she's literally crying in the back and not working and getting paid for it while we're busting our ass?
It was funny, like the first time she
Crazy.
fucking did it, it was me and you and a group of really good workers.
Mm-hmm.
She was sitting there crying in the back. It didn't even feel like she was there. We were
Yep.
sitting there busting ass and having a good time, surprisingly.
Yep. And then she started screaming, and then I was like, well, good time's over.
Yeah. Fucking screaming on the work phone. Using the work
Oh.
phone when we need to take orders from.
Bad.
Stupid.
Just bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I wish I could sit in the back and cry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm diagnosed with depression. I wish I could do that. The fuck?
Oh, my God. Well, let's talk about the guy now.
I got a court date. My weed dealer keeps texting me, and I got a court date next month.
So
in
I
my
told
car.
you, but but I have to bring it up again. The
Uh-huh.
fact that the main reason why this man is gone was because he basically told a new employee, a new girl who just started working, and another manager that he would fuck the shit out of the district manager. His words. That was what he said. And a little bit of added note to that, one of the managers told me that he showed the district manager what he had said. And at first she had like a smile on her face because she thought it was like her, like them talking about somebody else. She was just going to laugh it off. And then when she realized that he was talking about her, she immediately turned her face to the disgust and just like shoved the phone back into the manager's hand and said, take this now. I don't want to read any more of this. So yeah, he fucked himself because he's an idiot. Couldn't manage people correctly, didn't manage people correctly, let people do what they wanted to do, and then was just like, oh, my mom, about it.
But I got a court date.
It's just,
Man.
and he would ogle women like crazy.
Yeah.
He would
Fuck
talk
him.
about, like, this one person said that on her second day of working, he went up to her and said that he was a sex addict. That should have been a fucking big red flag of, do not make this person a manager, possibly fire this person. But no.
I'm a sex addict, wink wink, nudge nudge.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Talking about his divorces, his car problems, how the fact that this one new girl who just started working probably liked to string older men along. Like, he was saying shit like that. Fucking putting his hands on people and like being forceful with them because they weren't doing something that he wanted them to do. Like, berating people and then trying to act like, oh, I'm not like that. I don't do that. Bitch.
Leaning over the counter to check out customers' asses.
Yep. Going in the back, smoking weed in a cooler.
Did he do that?
There have been plenty of times that I had the faint smell of weed in the cooler.
I know you fucking do chewing tobacco on the back.
Nah, there was definitely weed smell in the cooler.
Oh, yeah.
And he stopped doing that, I think, because people caught on, and he just started going outside to do it.
I mean, he's been doing it outside, but he got so ballsy he did it inside, too.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fucking useless ass. Fucking when he was an employee, he just sat in the back and did the easiest job. Then when he was a manager, he couldn't do that and got pissed. Idiot.
Dumb.
Only became manager because he was sucking the GM's dick all buddy. Fucking weed dealer for the GM. Stupid ass. Useless
Yeah, he was your
ass.
favorite person.
Hey, can you do this for me, Ribbit? I'm right next to it and standing and doing nothing, but can you do this for me? I need to do the customer's order.
Yep. Exactly that. So one of our favorite employees that used to do a job and leave at like 10:30 after she did it, no call, no showed recently. That was nice. Because they went out of town because they thought they didn't have to work that day.
Oof.
Yeah. And you know what was funny? It was like the day prior, I was talking about how they were like one of the better workers, and then they pulled that, and I'm just like, I need to shut the fuck up.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. I was like, wow, they're a lot better than they were when they started. And then they pulled that, and I was like, well, okay. And then they switched their schedule because they're supposed to be working today, but they're going to work tomorrow because they're still not back in town or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, all right. She's doing that. There are people mad that one of the managers called out because the weather was really bad and it was storming. They didn't want to drive in the storm and risk it. And I know that might sound surface level like, oh, you're bullshitting. But when they explain the amount of bullshit they've been in with bad weather before, raining and especially snowing, it's just like they have a right to be very cautious because they got into car wrecks because of horrible weather, and 30 minutes of traveling isn't worth it no matter what, because their place got flooded, and it was like, I'm not about to drive in the flooding. But then damn general manager getting mad about it, and it's just like, you don't have a right to be mad about it. They don't want to risk their health. Like,
but crazy, you should be able to drop everything for your job. Your job's most important, right?
Oh my god. So stupid.
It is.
So stupid. But yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about the general manager. I feel like the general manager is a sexist, like a super sexist, where people are just like, oh, well, he talks shit about Robert, and he talks shit about that person. I'm like, yeah, but every female manager he's had, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, he's talked shit about all of them. Every single one of them. And most of the female, 5 or 6, he talked shit about all of them. Every single one of them. Including some female workers, like the one who no-call, no-showed. And that one who worked for like a month and then left. There's some guys he talks shit about, some briefly, but he mostly he just shits on every female. So he hates women apparently, as well. He's
and if he didn't hate the taste of dick, he would be gay.
So, yeah.
Because he literally screamed that while I was in the back with him.
Oh.
Did I not tell you?
Yes, you did. I forgot that was the thing. Like my brain was like, what? Who says that? Who says that? Wait, that's him admitting that he tasted dick before. Well, no, I can't get that out of my head. I didn't Jesus.
Probably tasted weed-covered dick. Oh, fuck. Gotta cut that out.
Probably. 15 years of dick.
Such a fuck boy. That GM's a fuck boy.
Oh, man.
You can't do this. Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yep.
Hey, you guys can't do this, but I'm gonna do it because I'm the GM and I could do what I want.
And one thing that I heard recently is that one of the better managers told me that they tried to have an intervention with the district manager and say, hey, he's doing some shit he shouldn't be doing, and it's kind of affecting us and how we work. And we just want you to talk to him about it so he can stop doing it and we can work well. And she didn't believe anything they were saying. Not a word. Not a single word. Every manager had tried to do it. The 2 that recently left, the 3 that left, especially the one that was crying about her life, and the one that's still here now, all of them went to the district manager, and she wasn't hearing any of it. So it's like, okay.
I bet you the GM's a fucking pawn for the DM.
Probably.
He just fucking suckles her tit.
Probably,
does whatever
literally.
She says. I won't say that, but
I'm fired now.
He bends over backwards for that woman to make her happy, because if she's happy, he's happy, because his job's not harder.
Yeah.
Because all he cares about his job being hard. He doesn't care about his employee's job being hard. As long as he gets to do the bare minimum for a paycheck, he don't care. Dumbass.
But yeah, the place is... There's just too many people that are working right now. 2 people in general who don't want to work. Or they just space out and they fuck shit up. And it annoys me. And the fact that I have to work around them or try to work with their fucking problems is annoying. Because we literally have, like, you and that one manager who's crying about her baby daddy again. Except even worse. Because at least with you, you're functional. You can function, right? There's this other guy who's went through some traumatic stuff that doesn't want to talk about it, who just spaces out all the time when working and fucks everything up. And then this other girl who's having baby daddy issues or whatever, who just doesn't, like, she'll come up and be like, hey, do you need help? It's like, motherfucker, yeah, help me. What the fuck? Why do you have to ask? Just help. Just come over here and work. Don't just stand there. And then she'll just stand there. Unless somebody tells her to do something. And 9 times out of 10, people are busy. Fucking do something.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, were you comparing me and the guy because we both have mental instability, but at least I function as a worker?
You function. You work. You listen. I'll try to tell him to do something and he'll just be spaced the fuck out. Not do a thing. It pissed me off like a couple of days ago. I was just like not having it. I was basically cursing out loud and I didn't care if anyone heard me. I was just mad. I was done with everything. Workplace. And the funny thing is, one of these non-functioning people are trying to be a manager. Why? I
don't know, man.
And the GM's like, yeah, we need more, so I'm going to take the fucking bottom of the barrel. Whatever. I'm not going to be working nights soon anyways when I move, so.
Yep. I mean,
they'll figure it out.
He could have me back, but he petty bitch.
He don't trust you.
He don't trust. I mean, like I said, the fucking shitty manager's gone, so I won't fucking leave. But yeah, I think I was a good worker there. I think I was one of the best, personally. But he thinks I was complete ass. His loss. You want to wrap it up?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for listening to Always Angry and Yelling.
We're not going back to this fucking sing-song shit. Okay?
Okay, no fun.
No Disney. You want Disney? Go to Kingdom Hearts 3. Go talk about that again.
Disney's gonna own us.
Oh my god.
Disney's gonna own everything eventually.
Hi, this is Quasi, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Dumb.
So thank you for listening to our podcast, Always Angry and Yelling. Follow us on Twitter at Yelling Always. Make sure to retweet our stuff and spread us around. We love more listeners of our show.
Spread us. Spread us like them cheeks.
Oh, fuck yeah, spread it. Okay.
We're on everything. Google Music, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that bullshit. Our main site. You can download our stuff. We have a Patreon. Give us money. We need money.
We need money. Would you like to hear us yell more? You can pay us to yell more. We'll yell about things you want us to yell about if you give us money.
Give us some ideas, please. We'd love ideas. We have ideas, but we'd love other ideas because it might change stuff up. You never know.
Yeah. Keep the show going. Keep the show rolling. You get to get more entertainment out of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a win-win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we're done.
Oh, goodbye, people.
Bye.